Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Rocksteady. Bebop and Rocksteady are showing up in the new Nick Turtles cartoon series, and we're already being treated to brand new action figures. I've already taken a look at Bebop, so let's check out his partner in crime, Rocksteady. As you can see, he comes in the standard Nick Turtles blister card packaging, fully showcasing the figure within. Flipping it around to the backside, we get a bio for Rocksteady from the new cartoon series, as well as a look at how the character is going to actually appear in the show. Also, this bio is a little bit of a spoiler since we haven't actually seen these guys in action yet. And then down below that, we also get a glimpse at several of the other figures, as well as some upcoming figures in the Nick Turtles toy line. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at Rocksteady outside of the packaging. This, just like Bebop, has a brand new updated look, but I will say that I feel like Rocksteady does look a lot more like his vintage counterpart than Bebop does. Bebop had some similarities in the head, but his overall outfit and design was quite a bit different. Rocksteady here has a lot of similarities, I feel. He still has that military motif going on, so you can see he's got those camo pants, and he's got like the cargo pockets and everything on the side. He's also wearing his green tank top on top there, so definitely has a similar feel to what we saw with the old style. But this guy looks really cool. I love the overall rhino shape of him. You can see the shape of his head looks a lot more like a real rhino than the old design did. And I really love the sculpt on this guy. It's a fantastic sculpt. There's not a lot of extra paint work or anything like that, no shading or anything, but the gray that he's molded in works really well. And I just love seeing all of the scaly kind of skin molded in there. He's got those great little teeth sticking out of his mouth, and I love the little thing where he's got one gold tooth sticking out on the left side. That's a really cool little touch. And even the eyes are painted with blue pupils. So overall, I feel like he's got a really terrific look there, especially in the head. He's also got this really great harness going across his chest. It's got all these little pockets and belt buckle, the little gold star in the middle, and this is actually a separate piece. Now it is glued onto his back, but the fact that it's a separate piece sitting on the figure is kind of neat because it totally harkens back to the vintage Turtles toy line where they had separate pieces like that over the sculpt of the toy. The colors on this guy are really great too. Where I felt Bebop was lacking in paint deco, I feel like Rocksteady got a fair amount of paint deco. He's got a lot of colors there, from the gold to his shoulder pads, the green of the tank top, the camo pants, great paint on the head and everything, so this guy looks pretty great all around. So let's go ahead and check out the articulation here. The head's able to turn both left and right. The arms are only able to move up and down, so there's no hinge joints here. That's just the standard articulation that moves the arms forwards and backwards. However, he does feature wrist swivels, something that I wish a lot more of these figures actually contained. He also has a swivel at the waist, which is not hindered by the armor that he's wearing there. And then the legs just have the ability to kind of swivel at the top of the thighs there, so the legs kind of just go forwards and backwards. However, there's no other articulation anywhere in the legs. One thing I'm going to point out is he's got those really cool sculpted rhino feet, but they are a little hard to balance. Since he doesn't have any ankle articulation or anything like that, it's going to be hard to get this guy standing in some poses. There's really only one way you can pose the legs to keep him on 2 feet. So one of the unique things about his sculpt is on the hands. You'll notice on the back of his left hand he has a hammer, and on the back of his right hand he has a sickle. These emblems actually apply straight to the weapons that are included with the figure, where he has a sickle and a hammer that he can hold in either of his hands there. So it's going to be interesting to see how those little symbols on the back of his hands correlate with the weapons in the cartoon series. Now the weapons here are made of a softer kind of gummy plastic, and they're also just done in like a white color that kind of matches the white of his cargo pants. And that's a bit of a shame, because the back of the box shows the hammer being a nice shiny gold, so I do sort of wish these were painted like that. But overall, still very cool looking accessories to include with this figure. Again, it's different from a gun like we'd expect from the vintage Rocksteady, but it's going to be neat to see how he utilizes these new weapons. Alright guys, it's comparison time. Here's a look at Rocksteady standing alongside his vintage counterpart. And here he is alongside the more recent Classic Collection Rocksteady. So standing him next to both of these versions, you can see that there actually are quite a few similarities between the styles of all three figures. Now, one other thing I do want to point out is that he stands right about the same height as the Turtles in the line. I don't know this for sure, since we haven't seen him in the cartoon yet, but I'm willing to bet that that's a little off scale. It just seems to me like a Rhino character is going to be pretty big in the cartoon, so he probably should be a little bit bigger than this. But again, this is a common issue with the current Playmates toy line, because they try to fit all these characters in the basic figure lineup. So there you go, my friends. There's a look at the upcoming Rocksteady action figure, completing the team of Bebop and Rocksteady in the Nick Turtles series. It's pretty cool seeing these two return. They were very popular from the original cartoon series, but we haven't seen them in any other form of the Turtles other than the more recent IDW comic books, so it's going to be neat to see these guys in a cartoon once again. I really do like the new designs. I think it's cool that they took a new direction with them, but still kind of made them resemble the old characters. And I'm anxious to see how they actually play out personality-wise, because I'm willing to bet they're going to be a little tougher this time around and not so dumb as they were in the original series. Bebop and Rocksteady are going to show up as Walmart exclusives first around the holiday season, and then will be showing up at all retail stores in early 2015. So happy hunting, my friends! And until next time.